What's up everyone, this is Rain here. Today I'm going to do a talking video of the Stihl GRCA 20 hand push washer. Now I'm hoping some point this thing will get used at some point this year because I like this machine because even though this thing is actually getting used almost like quite a bit, but I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year because I do like this machine because you can see how much better this machine is being used almost like quite a bit. So I do hope some point this thing will get used this year. I don't even know what this even button even does yet because I think it's probably to change the speed a little bit because I don't know exactly, which I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year. I really hope so, you can see, because I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point. But this is actually a really nice looking machine right here. But I do like this thing a lot. But even though this thing is actually going to get used almost like quite a bit because I hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year because this is a RCA 20 and I do like this thing a lot because you see how much better this thing is like. This is a 2024 model, so this thing came out like last year and it was like November, which I don't even know if you can see how much expected this thing is like, which is definitely how expected this thing is like, which I do hope at some point this thing will get used at some point this year. I mean, it will definitely get used at some point because you know I expected this thing, which is definitely how much you expected this machine exactly, which it's definitely how much you expected this machine exactly, but don't surprise this thing is actually gonna get used almost like quite a bit of times because I promise you this thing will get used at some point this year because I do like this thing a lot because you see how much expected this thing is actually gonna get getting used almost like quite a bit because I do like this thing a lot because you see how much expected this thing, which I do hope some point this thing will get used at some point this year because I promise you this thing will get used this year for 2024 exactly, which it's definitely how much we expected this machine exactly, which it's definitely how much we expected this machine exactly, so I do hope some point this thing will get used at some point this year for 2025 exactly, which it's definitely always really nice looking and blowing my pan, but I hope at some point this thing will get used this year for 2025.